Why does the black man serve the white man? Why does everything the black man do benefit the white man? Why does the black man say freedom is doing what I want to do? And why is it that everything he wants to do enriches the European?
Welcome to the desert of the real.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, Howard?
What's going on?
How's it going? What's up, Ivy? You forgot one, a.k.a. Total Package.
Total Package.
That's right.
Oh, I didn't forget.
Mark gave me that name, so only you can bestow that upon me. So I won't say it without your permission, sir.
You got it. You got it.
Yeah, holla,
man.
kill him.
I wanted to talk about something. Like I posted it in the thread, the quote that pissed me off.
Same
because,
with me.
like they said, it's about time. About time. He didn't do anything, as far as I'm concerned.
Mm-hmm.
He puts out a statement. I have been deeply troubled by the deaths of African Americans at the hands of law enforcement, and angered by the cowardly and hateful targeting and killing of police officers. Wow, it sounds like he's more concerned about the cops.
Mm-hmm.
You're deeply troubled by African Americans. I'm deeply troubled. You can be deeply troubled on the toilet seat. But you angered by the cowardly and hateful. So just that alone. And what the hell are you donating to the police for?
Right.
Come on.
You're
what is the purpose of donating to the police?
You want that pat?
Best in prison.
And let me just say something, man. I got to say this for the record because people keep tap dancing around this shit. Police officers' lives are not more special than the citizens and the people that they protect. The people are who they work for. That's how you get your money. You get your money through our taxes. You are providing a service that's being paid for by the people. How the hell did it turn around that you are more special and your life is more important than the people that you serving?
Serve.
And these people keep, repeating that bullshit over and over again, and nobody ever challenges them on it.
It is. Like I said, if I start talking about this, I'll probably pass out from high blood pressure. I can't get involved with this topic. I can't.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Because to me, the problem with the whole police type of thing is similar to social work. I was a social worker when I lived in Brooklyn, New York, and the bottom line is you can't judge people, because if you start judging people, you're not going to do an effective job.
Right.
It's like when you go to, like, I've had some people that I knew that needed welfare, and they would come home crying and telling me how awful the people treated them, at the welfare office. Why? Because they're being judgmental. They're acting like it's their money. These police officers, you can't do your job when you're working for the public and you have certain types of bias, attitudes and judgments. You can't do your job effectively. So it doesn't surprise me that if a white man is walking down the street with an assault rifle, and they're talking to him and asking him for whatever, but he's not going to die.
No.
But if I walk with that same rifle, they're going to pop me off.
You don't even need the rifle.
So no, I really don't need the rifle. But I was using that example to show the clear difference between the two. So when you're talking about these cops, you're putting people in a community, and they're already coming there with these different beliefs, about African American males in particular. And if you come in there with those type of beliefs, you're not going to do your job effectively. So yeah, I did see his dumb. I was about to go there. Go ahead. I did see his dumb quote, and how it did seem like he was more concerned about what happened to the police officer than he was with the actual men that died. So I saw that too, but it didn't surprise me, because this is a dude that invests in the making of prisons all over the country.
He doesn't.
So that really didn't shock me.
He doesn't.
That didn't shock me.
No, that was
an
older white man by the name of Michael Jordan with the same name. It's not him.
Oh, that's not him?
I wish I could pile on him about that, but he doesn't.
Put it on
That's my fault. That's my fault. I stand corrected.
I made the same mistake.
But he may as well. He may as well because there's plenty of brothers that are in there because of him. May as well. Same thing.
Well, Michael Jordan has never been about anything other than Michael Jordan.
Other than himself.
I would have respected him more had he said absolutely nothing. Keep the legacy going the way that it has been.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing.
The measure of a man is what, in my opinion, is what others think about you. Do you ever hear his former players talk about him?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
There you go.
You don't hear his current players talk about him.
Well, then there you go. That's all you need to know about this man.
Mm-hmm.
This man was about himself and protecting his legacy. Just like, I was upstairs watching the Democratic convention. Trump, you got these dumbass people following Trump, and this dude only cares about himself. He's not caring about the people around him or whatever. This thing is about him, okay? This is about him. And it's the same thing with Michael Jordan. So do I think he's going to catch brownie points with people? No, I really don't. Because, we're talking 30 years that this dude hasn't said anything. And he felt like it wasn't his responsibility. He was O.J. Simpson 2.0. That's what he was. He was O.J. Simpson 2.0. Because O.J. Simpson felt the same way.
You know what this is symbolically to me? It's like when a dude who never does anything, like constantly dogging his wife out, and then one day he comes home with flowers and candy. Like, really?
Yeah. Like, really?
Again, so my thing is, I would respect him more if he just keep doing what you've been doing, Michael.
Exactly.
Which is nothing.
Make your money.
Nothing.
Which is
Make your money.
You're a great basketball player. Whoop-de-doo. Nobody. The greatest athlete was Muhammad Ali. Nobody even comes close.
Right.
No, nobody comes close.
Nobody
comes close.
You're not going to have him in the same breath and the same sentence as Muhammad Ali, and rightfully so. So great. You were a great basketball player. Whoop-de-doo. Go and gamble your money away and sleep with your white women. Who cares about what you got to say?
Exactly.
Right. And let me say
you're so
something
far
about
disconnected from the black community that is. Like I said, don't say nothing. You are so disconnected, man.
Even when he was at Carolina, he wasn't doing nothing but sleeping with the white women, and he was not connected with the brothers on campus or the community for that matter. So that's why I said, go ahead. I got the history. I got the data. Don't try.
There was a picture floating around with him with a super Becky. She was Becky. Nobody would holler at her. Not even other white dudes want to holler at that type of Becky he was with. And he got the super grin. But I want to say something about Charles Barkley also. Remember, this fool said, I'm not a role model.
Yeah.
But now you want to talk about how black people should act and how we're wrong as well as the cops. Come on, Sambo. Come on,
See, you
Alabama
can't get away
boy.
with that stuff with me. I want you to tell me how Philando Castile was wrong. I want you to tell me how Alton Sterling was wrong.
Right.
Let's get specific, because if you notice when we start talking specifics, they run and they dodge and they go to some other stuff. Now all of a sudden they start talking about the deaths in Chicago, that BS, like they care.
Right. That's been going on all year.
They are bought and paid for. There's nothing wrong that they can point out about the deaths of, especially Philando. So their handlers are pushing those talking points amongst those men like Barkley you know, to say those things, to spew that rhetoric, those white supremacist talking points and rhetoric. Apparently, that has nothing to do with anything. You know what I mean? So that's what they're bought and paid to do. You know, and it's called basically keeping, you know, your puppets on a string.
Right.
And letting them serve a purpose. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. The point I just wanted to make was the reason why things are so mixed up is because you have so many what Malcolm X called house Negroes. Okay? And when you have as many house Negroes that's out there now, it kind of stifles the movement a little bit. And when you see somebody like Charles Barkley come out, I noticed that when our people get money and they become very successful, it seems like they kind of turn around and say, well, I'm really not African American anymore. I don't fit in there with you guys. Okay? And the funny part about it is many in white America, they do the same. It's like if you're like with O.J. Simpson. O.J. Simpson had money, so on and so forth, and everything like that, and they accepted him. So they compartmentalize black people too, you know, for those that become successful and things of that nature. So Charles Barkley looks at himself as somebody that, in his mind, he says he's African American, and he talks like he's African American, but he kind of separates himself from being an African American when he makes those types of statements. I just kind of ignore him because he's always been a jackass to me. This didn't just start. I mean, he was a jackass when he played. He's a jackass now. So his comments never surprises me. But what it does is it just hurts the movement. It does. It hurts progress. You know what I mean? When he comes in, when black men come out and they make these dumb statements, it's like, yeah, you know, you have white America that say, yeah, you see, your own even agrees with what we're saying. That's what happens. So it is.
Yeah, Charles Barkley is a clown. He's a clown.
Yeah.
And he swears that, you know, and it's always the clowns that swear that they truth tellers, that swear that they these great sages of wisdom. That's what they feel. They feel like, the black people don't like it because I tell them the truths.
Right.
Yeah, and it's funny how your truth seems to fit the narrative of the people that pay you. I guess that's just a coincidence.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Truth Teller.
Yeah. Dude is a clown.
Straight up. He's in the same vein as Stephen A. Smith, who he'll jump up and Brock Lesnar all black people. Well, fuck these niggas. I don't give a damn what they say. But let some white woman come. Now all of a sudden he kowtowing and bending his head and acting all humble and apologizing.
Because they're bought and paid for, and they don't even believe that stuff themselves. That money is looking a whole lot better to them than freedom, and that's what it is completely.
There you go. Well said.
Yeah,
I totally agree.
Those brothers, they wouldn't have fit in the '60s. No, they wouldn't have been able to fit in the '60s. They couldn't fit in the '60s. Stephen A. Smith,
I'm sorry, to interject. They would have got their ass beat in the '60s by the brothers. You understand? So I totally feel where you're going with this. So I'm sorry that
I gotta go to Brother Holip. I gotta go to Holip. Holip, what was that quote about Sarge from Soldier's Story about those type of brothers?
Oh, the Sarge quote? I don't have it in front of me, but I know what you're talking about.
The monologue that Sarge did for those type of brothers. Yeah.
Do you know the damage one ignorant Negro can do?